Hi friends, I am Kaushik and today we will discuss about proving of an irrational number. First of all, to know about irrational numbers, we have to discuss about rational numbers. Rational numbers are a set of numbers which are in the form of p by q, where q not equal to 0 and p comma q belong to integers. Z is a set of integers. Now whenever a number has to be considered rational, then it must and should satisfy all the three conditions. Examples of rational numbers are 2 by 3, 4 by 5 and so on. Coming to the case of irrational numbers, they are also in the form of p by q, where q might be equal to 0 and p comma q might not belong to integers. Now whenever a number has to be considered irrational, then it might or might not satisfy any of these conditions. Examples of irrational numbers are 2 by 0 and root 3 by 2 and so on. Coming to the sums that we face, we are given a number which is irrational and said to prove it. Now whenever you get this kind of sums, you might face 5 models. They are of the form root a, second is of the form root a plus root b, third is of the form root a minus root b, fourth is of the form a plus root b, and fifth is of the form a minus root b. So in this video we will discuss about how to prove each of the sum. What is the method to prove each of the sum? We will first take an example of root 2, which is in the form of root a, and prove that it is irrational. Now in any kind of sum that we face, we have to first assume that the given number is rational, and then we will have to follow the steps, and finally we will contradict that our assumption that the number is rational is wrong, and we will write some steps. First we will consider that root 2 is rational. Let root 2 be rational. Rational number. Now whenever a number is rational, then it has to satisfy the three conditions, right? That it should be in the form of root p by q, where q is not equal to 0 and p comma q belong to integers. These are the common steps. And now whenever you are solving or proving a number is irrational, then you have to consider another condition that p comma q must be coprimes. This represents that p and q are having 1 as their common factor. Now in the next step, you will take q to the other side. Then it will become root 2q is equals to p. Now we will do squaring on both sides. It will become 2q square is equals to p square. Now consider 2 to the other side. P square by 2 is giving us q square, right? Now see, we have assumed the condition that both p and q must be integers, right? Now whenever p is an integer, p square is also an integer. Whenever 7 is an integer, 7 square, that is 49, is also an integer. So whenever this number is getting divided by 2, which is also an integer, then it is giving us q square. We have considered that q is integer, then q square will also become integer. Now we have to understand that p square is exactly divisible by 2. We will write the statement here. P square is divisible by 2. Divisible by 2. Now in the next step, we have a theorem to apply. Whenever p square is divisible by 2, then p is also divisible by 2. P is divisible by 2. We will highlight this statement because the final result or our contradiction is based on this. Now whenever p is divisible by 2, then p by 2 is giving us another integer, right? We'll consider the other integer as r. We'll consider 2 to the other side. P is equals to 2r. It will become, right? Sorry friends. We'll consider this as our equation number 1. And we'll solve here. Now again we'll do squaring on both sides. It will become p square is equals to 4r square. Right? Now we'll consider it as our equation number 2. And now see, in the equation number 1 and in the equation number 2, what is common? P square is common. So we'll equate this term, 2q square term and 4r square term. We'll assume that 2q square is equals to 4r square. Cancel 2, it becomes 2. Q square is equals to 2r square is our final result. Right? Now we'll consider 2 to the other side. Q square by 2 is giving us r square, right? So we'll let the conditions, these 3 conditions, be here, and we'll solve the next problem. Now whenever q square is an integer and getting divided by 2 is giving us r square, right? So q square is exactly divisible by 2. So we'll write the statement here that q square is divisible by 2. So q is also divisible by 2. Divisible by 2. We'll highlight this statement also. And we got that p is divisible by 2. And we also got that q is also divisible by 2. Now, what was the condition that we have taken? Both p and q must be co-primes. Means they should have common factor as 1. But we are having 2 also as another common factor for p and q, right? And so the assumed statement is wrong. Only then the condition is not satisfied. So we'll write the statements for contradiction. We'll put a side heading of contradiction and we'll say that, and here we'll say that both p and q are not co-primes. So our assumption that p and q our assumption that root 2 is rational is wrong. Now whenever root 2 is not rational, then it must and should be irrational. Then root 2 is irrational. And this is our final contradiction, and we have proven that root 2 is irrational. We will take an example of a number which is in the form of a plus root b and prove that it is irrational. Let us take the example of 2 plus root 3. 2 plus root 3. First of all, we will consider that it is rational. Let 2 plus root 3 be a rational number. Rational number. So it has to satisfy the 3 conditions saying 2 plus root 3 must be in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0 and p comma q belongs to integers. And the other condition is that p comma q must be co-primes. So whenever we get a model like this, then we have to send the integer or the rational number to the other side, and we will get that root 3 is equals to p by q minus 2. We'll take the LCM on this side and it will become root 3 is equals to p minus 2q by q. And the process ends here and the contradiction comes. Whenever a number is in the form of p by q and satisfying these two conditions, then it is rational, right? So whenever, according to our condition that we have considered, both p and q are integers, so p minus 2q will also be an integer, and supposingly q will also be an integer. So integer by integer and satisfying the conditions will give us a rational number, right? So we can say that p minus 2q by q is a rational number, but we all know that root 3 is irrational number, right? Root 3 is not rational. Root 3 is irrational number. So here comes the contradiction statement. P and q are considered integers. So p minus 2q by q will be a rational number. But we all know that root 3 is irrational. Or if there is time, you can prove that root 3 is irrational also in the first method that we have discussed. So root 3 is irrational. Solve. 2 plus root 3 is irrational. Hence we write this statement and contradict that our assumption that 2 plus root 3 is rational is wrong, and we say that 2 plus root 3 is irrational. Take an example of a number in the form of a minus root b and prove that it is irrational. Let us take the example of 2 minus root 3. We will first assume that let 2 minus root 3 be a rational number. Okay, and then it has to satisfy the four conditions. They are, it has to be in the form of p by q, where q not equal to 0, p comma q belong to integers, and p comma q must be co-primes. And then in this model we'll take root 2 to the other side and we'll bring p by q to this side. It will become 2 minus p by q is equals to root 3. It will be easy to prove if we'll consider this in this way, and then we'll take the LCM. It will become 2q minus p by q is equals to root 3, and the process ends here, and the contradiction statements for the before sum and this model are the same. Now we will take an example of a number in the form of root a plus root b and prove that it is irrational. Let us take the example of root 2 plus root 3. First of all, we will assume that it is rational. Let root 2 plus root 3 be rational number. And then in the next step, as we have assumed it is rational, then it has to satisfy the four conditions. That is, it has to be in the form of p by q, where q not equal to 0, p comma q belong to integers, and p comma q must be co-primes. And whenever you are facing a model like this, you have to send the one of the number which is given to the other side, and then it will become easy and it is the correct way, because whenever you square like this, you will get another integer saying root 6, and whenever you prove that root 6 is irrational, then there is no relation between root 6 and root 2 plus root 3, right? So we will take one of the number to the other side, then it will become root 2 is equals to p by q minus root 3, and we will do squaring on both sides as usual. then it will become 2 is equals to p by q minus root 3 whole square, and then it will become 2 is equals to p square by q square plus 3 minus 2p by q root 3. So whenever we are doing this process, we got only one of the number as irrational, the others are have become rational, right? So we will consider the number to the other side, and now we will change the positions of numbers such that we get that root 3 is irrational, and according to some properties we will contradict our statement saying that the assumed number is irrational. Now we will assume minus 2p by q root 3 to the other side. It will become 2p root 3 by q is equals to, we will send 2 to the other side, then it will become p square by q square plus 3 minus 2. In the next step, write 2p root 3 by q is equals to p square by q square, and plus 3 minus 2 will become plus 1, and we will take the LCM, then it will become 2p root 3 by q is equals to p square plus q square by q square. Q and q square will get cancelled, and we will send these two terms to the other side, and it will become root 3 is equals to p square plus q square by 2pq. Now according to our assumed condition, both p and q must be integers, so p square plus q square will also be an integer, and 2pq will also be an integer. So an integer by integer is satisfying the condition that the number must be rational, but we can contradict that root 3 is not rational, and we can say that root 3 is irrational. I will write the contradiction statements. Contradiction, and we will say that p and q are assumed to be integers, right? So whenever they are integers, p square plus q square by 2pq is a rational number, but root 3 is irrational. We will take an example of a rational number and an irrational number being added. Let us take the same example which we have assumed in the previous sum, saying 2 plus root 3. It is irrational, we have already proven it. So whenever you add an irrational number to any number, might be rational or irrational, then the ultimate sum will always be irrational. So as root 3 is irrational, root 2 plus root 3 is also irrational. And here and now we will take an example of a number in the form of root a minus root b and prove that it is irrational. Let us take the example of root 3 minus root 2. We will assume that let root 3 minus root 2 be a rational number. So it has to satisfy the four conditions, saying root 3 minus root 2 is equals to p by q, where q not equal to 0, p comma q belong to integers, and p comma q are co-primes, right? In this model, we will send the negative term to the other side, then it will become root 3 is equals to p by q plus root 2. Now when you square on both sides, it's becoming 3 is equals to p square by q square plus 2 root 2 p by q. Now in the next step, we will send 2 root 2 p by q to this side and 3 to the other side. It will become minus 2 root 2 p by q is equals to p square by q square. 2, whenever this 3 is gone is taken to the other side, then it will become 2 minus 3, it will become minus 1, and it will become p square by q square minus 1, and minus 2 root 2 p by q is equals to, we will take the LCM, it will become p square minus q square by q square. Q and q square will get cancelled, and leaving root 2 to here, and we'll send the other two terms to the other side. Then it will become root 2 is equals to p square minus q square by minus 2pq. It will become root 2 is equals to q square minus p square by 2pq. Whenever we are taking minus common, it will become cancelled, and q square will come to the forward, and p square will get the negative sign. So according to our assumption, both p and q are integers, right? So q square minus p square by 2pq will become a rational number. It might be positive or a negative rational number. So, but we all know that root 2 is irrational. We have proven, or we can prove here also. Whenever we have time, you can prove it. And root 2 is irrational. So root 2 is irrational. Now all the other steps are same. I hope this video helped you, and I would like to make more videos based on your interest. So please feel free to comment in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for further more updates. Thank you.